I saw a man proudly admit to arson in court and walk free. First time ever on a jury, and I thought I'd get some boring shoplifting case. Nope, I got Dale. Dale was a 60-something farmer who looked like he'd stepped straight out of a feed store calendar. Big guy. Wore sun-faded denim, boots older than most of the jury, and a straw hat the bailiff had to take at the door. He was on trial for arson, specifically burning down a big storage shed on his own property. The prosecution came in hot. A week before the fire, Dale had been seen moving everything of value out of that shed. Tools, lumber, an ATV. Neighbors said he mowed a huge circle around the building like a fire break. On the actual day, a neighbor, who ended up being the prosecution's key witness, saw Dale walking slowly around the shed, pouring something from a gas can. 10 minutes later, boom, flames. 911 was called. Fire department got there fast, but the shed was toast. Investigators found diesel everywhere, so they charged Dale with arson, claimed it was part of an insurance scam. Only no one could find a filed claim. Suspicious? Yeah. Slam dunk? Maybe not. So now we're in court, and the prosecution's vibe was pure smug, like they'd already won. They played grainy photos, repeated intent to defraud like it was gospel. Fire chief testified about the fuel. The neighbor described Dale being weirdly calm while lighting his own shed. They even played the 911 call, where you can clearly hear the caller say, "He's setting it right now." Most of us on the jury were side-eyeing each other like, yeah, this is over. Then the defense gets up. We'll call one witness, Mr. Dale himself. Dale steps up, adjusts the mic like he's ordering at a diner. "Mr. Dale, did you burn down that shed?" Dale, "Yes, sir." Whole courtroom froze. Prosecutor half jumped like he wanted to object on pure reflex. "Why?" Dale, "It was termite-ridden, half collapsing, built by my granddaddy before we even used treated wood, full of dry rot, unsafe as hell." He went on, said he didn't want insurance money, didn't file a claim, just wanted the thing gone. Would have cost more to demo it properly. Judge let it all in. Then came the real twist. Dale's lawyer, "Were you aware of local burn laws?" Dale, "Sure was. Registered zoning. Been on that land 30 years. County allows open burn of derelict ag structures with proper fire breaks, and if you don't endanger nearby buildings." "Did you create fire breaks?" "Yep. Mowed the whole field for 3 days. Did the fire spread?" "Nope. Stayed right where I planned." Then the lawyer asks, "Why didn't you tell the cops all this when they arrested you?" Dale just shrugs. "They cuffed me before I could say 2 words, then read me my rights. I listened, stayed quiet, called my lawyer. That's what y'all tell us to do, ain't it?" Mic drop. The defense rests, but Dale's not done. Judge asks if he wants to say anything. Dale stands up slow and says, "Your Honor, I've been on that land since I was born. I served in the military. I pay my taxes. I never scammed anybody. That shed wasn't worth the nails holding it together. When they arrested me in front of my wife and grandkids, it wasn't just embarrassing, it was insulting. So yeah, I lit it up, but I did it safe, legal, and with my own fuel. I didn't burn it for money. I burned it for peace of mind." Dead silence. You could have heard a leaf fall on the carpet. Prosecutor looked like he'd just been dunked on in slow motion. His whole case crumbled because not once did he check whether Dale was actually allowed to do it. We got to the jury room. 20 minutes later, unanimous. Not guilty on all charges. We walk back into the courtroom. 4-person reads it. Dale just tips his head, doesn't even smile. Walks out calm, like he just picked up fertilizer from the co-op. Outside, a reporter asked him how he felt. Dale just said, "Next time, maybe they'll read the county fire codes before locking up an old man doing his chores." Absolute legend.